Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Average Korean Man from South Korea. Another video in my sister's room. I am currently with my mom here, and she's staying here until next weekend. And she's doing something in the living room, so I'm up here in my sister's room to film. And my room is really small and I don't have a desk, so it's way better to film up here in my sister's room. And today I'm going to talk about why Koreans, not all, but many Koreans are obsessed with buying luxury goods. So the reason why I want to talk about this topic today is because I saw something very interesting and shocking at the same time last weekend, and I'm going to tell you the story right now. So last weekend, my mom, my aunt, and I went to a department store. It's called Hyundai Department Store. Hyundai is one of the conglomerates here in Korea, one of the biggest companies in Korea, just like Samsung, LG, and Lotte. Hyundai is one of them, and they do department store as well. So I went to Hyundai department store in Pangyo. Pangyo is a city in Korea just right below Seoul. So Hyundai department in Pangyo. And my mom and my aunt were, they're shopping and looking around. They wanted to buy some clothes, and I was bored, following them. So I just went to the bookstore to see some books by myself, and I was just walking around the department store, and I went to the children's section. So I think that was fifth floor. The fifth floor is the whole floor is for children, and there were some restaurants as well. And over there, what I saw was very interesting. What I saw was Dior and Fendi on this children's floor, the children's section, the fifth floor. So there were like Legos and like basically everything was for children, and there was Dior and Fendi, and they sell clothes for children. And I was thinking to myself, why the hell do they need Dior and Fendi? I mean, these, when I say children, I'm talking below the age of maybe 10 or something like that, or 12 even. No, not 12, not even 12. 10, yeah, I would say below the age of 10. So in the Dior, they had stroller for children, and they had clothes for children, and same goes for Fendi as well. And I don't know what you guys think about this, but I think it was very weird because, why do they need such expensive clothes and stroller? Because children grow up so fast, so they have to buy new clothes like every year, right? And if you just type Dior stroller on the Google, you will see how expensive they are. And there are actually people buying those stuff. I mean, if the rich people buy those stuff, it's totally fine. I don't have a problem with that. But the thing is, it's the regular people who buy those luxury goods. And I know that many people in Korea love luxury goods, and they like to show off what they have. But do they really have to dress their kids with Dior and Fendi? I don't really understand about that. And here in Korea, there are a lot of Mercedeses and BMWs and expensive cars here in Korea. And most people drive Hyundai and Kia because they are Korean cars, of course, but there are a lot of expensive cars as well. But the problem is, again, if the rich people drive those cars, that would be no problem at all. But it's the people who cannot afford those cars are riding those cars. There are many carpoors in Korea, which means there are people who drive those expensive cars but live in a crappy house. Like we call it in Korea, we call it one room or two room. So one room is basically a room that's a living room and a kitchen and a bedroom at the same time. So that they would have like one bed and small desk, and that would be it. And there is a bathroom that's called one room. And there is also two room. We call it two room. So it would be a living room and a kitchen at the same time, and they would have one small bedroom and a bathroom. So people who drive those really expensive cars but live in those one room or two room, those people exist here in Korea. And also many girls. And I would like to say pretty much 80 to 90% of the women between the age of 20 to maybe 40 or 50, I would say they have at least one expensive bag from Gucci or Dior or Fendi or Louis Vuitton or whatever. And again, like I said, if the rich people do that, that's no problem. It wouldn't be a problem if they buy 10 luxury bags, 100, luxury bags or whatever. But it's the average people who likes to show off. And let me read you an article. It's a short article. So this article was posted by CNBC last year, so 2023. The investment bank estimated South Korean total spending on personal luxury goods grew 24% in 2022 to $16.8 billion dollars. That's not important. This is important. About $325 per capita. That's far more than the $55 and $280 per capita spent by Chinese and American nationals, respectively, according to Morgan Stanley estimates. So average Korean spends $325 per capita on luxury goods, and Koreans per capita spending on luxury goods is the highest in the world. So I'm actually surprised that it's only $325 per capita, because the bags that ladies carry around are like so much more expensive than $325 usually. Now let's talk about why many Koreans buy luxury goods to, show off, basically. And that is, I think it's because there are many people who look down on others if they don't look as rich as themselves. There are many people who judge others by their appearance, by what they are wearing and what kind of bag they are carrying, what kind of car they are driving, and things like that. So people don't want to be looked down on, and that is why they spend so much money on luxury goods, even though if they are not that rich enough to buy those luxury goods. And so judging by the appearance is a big problem here in Korea. That's why everyone's buying a lot of expensive things, so they don't want to be looked down on. And also that's why people do a lot of plastic surgeries on their faces. and things like that. So the conclusion is I'm pretty shocked that even the kids nowadays have to wear Fendi and Dior and all that, so they're not looked down on, and that's pretty sad, I guess. Yeah, so I just wanted to share a story that happened to me last weekend in the department store. Anyways, I hope you liked this video as well. Thank you for watching my video once again. See you next time. Bye bye.